This is my cat Snowball. He's around 5 years old and has used 36 of his 9 lives. I'm not even exaggerating. He has hurt himself more times than I can count and has needed to go to the vet for his injuries 4 times. That is the amount of fingers on an average human's hand. Wait, the people at the vet probably think we abuse him at this point.
Are you kidding me? That's what, the 4th time this week?
Snowball's one of those cats that only loves you for free food and cuddles. If he was any bigger, he would definitely try to kill me, because he knows he can fend for himself. If he was, like, the size of a bobcat. Hey, stop that. Sometimes I'll be petting Snowball. He will roll over and invite me to rub his belly, but when I do, he attempts to maul my hand, then just suddenly stops and stares at me like he just gained consciousness. Also, he has an extreme drug addiction. My mom recently bought him the powerful, quote-unquote, natural catnip toy, and he genuinely cannot live without it. Hey, stop that. A while ago, me and my family were watching the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, and Snowball had gotten into the catnip. As the fight was starting, Snowball, who was on my dad's lap, started doing something. He made a noise. He made the noise that every pet owner dreads. My dad immediately threw him off his lap. Then Snowball's brain registered what was happening, and he sprinted across the living room and started puking as he sprinted and left skin marks of vomit on our carpeted floor. Honestly, I'm pretty sure 90% of the stains on the carpet of my house are probably from one of the cats puking. And that's saying something, because there are a lot of stains. Speaking of vomit, I have 2 cats, Snowball and Kitty, and one of them pukes on the floor like multiple times a month. We don't know who it is because we've never caught either of them in the act, but oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Now that I think about it, there's no evidence against either of them, so for all we know, it could be me. And another thing, Snowball does not like other cats. So much so that he regularly throws hands with Kitty and has almost killed our neighbor's cat. But then I got hit by a car. Funnily enough, Snowball's first injury was actually because of me and my little sister. My little sister had a toy box in her room that was conveniently big enough to fit a cat inside. So my 6-year-old self directed my little sister to put Snowball in the toy box. I don't see anything wrong with this plan. Then I closed the lid that had some spring mechanism. I don't know how to explain it, but basically when I closed it, it pinched Snowball's tail.
No. Wait.
As soon as I heard him screech, I threw the lid open and he dashed across the room, leaving a trail of blood. Also, I'd like to elaborate on the fact that this was like 7 years ago. So, yeah. Now, if you look closer at this photo, you may notice Snowball only has half a tail. Well, Snowball is an outdoor cat, and like I said earlier, he does not like other cats. We learned this when he came inside one night doing a sad meows, which I've come to learn always means something is terribly wrong. Meow. 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 And upon further investigation, we discovered he had a massive gash along the bottom of his tail. And that's not even the worst part. He chewed his own tail off on the way to the vet. Yes, you heard me right. He chewed his own tail off. I wasn't there, but my mom told me that there was a piece of his tail sitting on the floor of his crate when they got to the vet. This cat is a surgeon. He amputated his own tail. He could go to medical school and get a degree if he wanted to. On the topic of Snowball being an outdoor cat, we learned the hard way. One night when Snowball was just a wee kitten, I opened the front door to look at the snow, and he just bolted out the door. And this was back when he actually looked like a snowball and didn't have his iconic stripes he's known for today. So we genuinely thought we might not see him again. But then he just appeared on the front porch the next day, and he's been going in and out ever since. Sometimes I'll walk outside to do something, and Snowball will run out the door after me. Then I come back inside to grab something, he follows me back in. I go back out, he goes back out. I walk back inside, and oh, he's gone. Now finally we get to the reason I made this video. His most recent injury. As of recording this, it will probably be outdated in like 2 days, but I digress. I remember it like it was a month ago, because it was. Snowball walked into the room, and I pet him, like one does. Then I noticed something. His meows are as annoying as ever, but they sound muffled. Then I realized something. Half of his face is bloated. The earliest the vet could get him in was the next Wednesday, which was 4 days away. So we just had to hope it wouldn't explode by then. And it didn't. Before we went. When he went to the vet, they decided there was clearly nothing wrong with him and gave him back to us with a rabies shot and said the swelling would die down in a few days. Welcome to Did His Head Explode, the game show where you, the viewer, vote on if you think Snowball's cheek exploded or not. Did it A, not explode, or B, explode, or C, all of the above? Trick question. His cheek exploded 3 times. The vet said it was fine, then his cheek burst the same day. Oh, but luckily, we have the cone from when he chewed his own tail off. Wait, never mind, that's at storage. Which means he continued to scratch and itch at it to the point where it was bleeding every day. But at least he won't get rabies, am I right, guys? Then, after all that, a bump next to his ear on top of his head that we thought was a tick also exploded, which genuinely could have been very dangerous for his ears. And yet, after all those incidents, he is somehow still alive. So at this point, I don't even think the whole 9 lives thing even applies to him. I think he's just a Well, guys, I did it. I posted a video. I know, it's been like 1 billion years, but I am back. And in my opinion, better than ever, guys. So, like, I'm just good like that. Sigma. Subscribe. Also, I'm doing a map. If you're an animator, go join that. Yeah. Sigma. Bye-bye.